Hello and welcome to a new addition to the Wii game show reality TV show family. And disappointingly, it's Golden Balls. Hello, this is Retro Bear speaking to you live from the gaming pantry. Hope you're all well, and thank you for tuning in to this latest addition to that particular series. And, well, what can I say about this game other than the fact that this is possibly the most confusing pile of rubbish I have played in my entire life. Very, very quickly, and I'll try and gloss over it best I can for those who don't know what this is. This is Golden Balls. This was a daytime quiz programme on ITV over here in the UK, hosted by that gentleman on the left-hand side, who isn't Richard O'Brien. It's actually Jasper Carrott, who, again, very, very briefly, was one of the top stand-up comedians of the 1970s, 80s and early 90s, and somehow ended up with this pile of rubbish. And it's this game is literally a game of chances. So it's a daytime quiz program, got very, very successful, got decent viewing years and years ago, but I can't understand why. So this is a really confusing game to play. I can't even put my name in properly. I mean, this is how stupid it is. We've gone for something called Ret Burr. And of course, as you can see, I'm now going to pick a character. And we've got these horribly stupid designed faces which we had before in, as you remember the video from Family Fortunes. The same people made this, I think. So that guy obviously used to be in the Village People many, many years ago. And it's just a series of cliche after cliche after cliche. That guy used to be Luther. Yeah, I mean, picking a character like this has absolutely no relevance on what you were doing and how this game is going to pan out. In fact, if you saw there as a beautician and charity worker's going to be an old lady, a secretary, she's got a pair of glasses on, and a chef. Yeah, I mean, it couldn't get more. A PE teacher, seriously? Is he on some sort of register? He looks like he should be on some sort of register. And back to the estate agent. So I think I'll pick the most cliched of the lot. We'll have a chef, because he couldn't be anything else but wearing a hat like that and having a moustache like that. Yes, so the game. I keep forgetting what the game is. I'm sure Carrott will explain it in a second, because he's actually in this game. But it's sort of a game of chance. You get a series of balls and you have to sort of bluff your way through it. So let's see if Jasper can try and explain it better than I can. Hope he can explain it better than I can, because I really don't know. So I'm going to turn that up and turn me off. Let's see. Very limited options on this game. I mean, 2 players if you've got any friends. I haven't, so it's just going to be me against the Wii.
Truth, lies, honesty, deception. Just how far would you go to be a winner on Golden Balls? 4 players are going to talk their way to the big money. But before the game begins, allow me to introduce you to someone rather special. Hi, well, hello. And now let's see if you've got what it takes to take the lot.
That didn't really tell us anything, did it? So, and I hate the way these characters move. It's so creepy. You remember like stop frame animation when you were a kid? Yeah, things like the Wombles or that sort of stuff, really sort of jerky, scary. Ugh. And she's a beautician. She's got a gap between her teeth. I mean, there we go in there. So, desperately trying to understand what happens here. Is you've got a series of balls. They've got values in them, and you have to reveal some and keep some a secret. And the idea is you have to sort of bluff your way through it so that somebody else takes the bait and thinks, you haven't got the most amount of money, I'm going to vote you out of the game. Just read this. I just sort of sat here and I kept pressing the button and moving on and moving on and moving on. It's like, what? And there's something called killer balls, which I thought was some sort of disease, but it obviously isn't. 12 cash and 4 killers. Each player receives 4 balls at random, 2 for the front and 2 for the back. Now these are sort of like on a stand at the front of where the contestants stand.
How much? We don't know. 4 of them are killers. Where are they? We don't know. But we're about to find out. Let's
There's a lot of this, you know, like, where's this we don't know, where's this we don't know. Well, that's great, but doesn't really, you know, make it should that be any more exciting? Look how creepy way they're moving. God, that is so scary. I'm having nightmares tonight. So I am playing for over 10,000. Those are my balls there. Sorry if you pardon the expression. So I can see all mine, but I can't see everybody else's. So you can see that Ron the Builder, because he can't be called Bob, and Sam the Doctor have got stuff there at the front, and then the woman who's a beautician has got very little, and she's got those two really small values at the bottom as well. So, and the idea is here that you have to sort of work out who's got the most money and who hasn't, and then you can sort of say, right, in that case, if I think you've got the least amount of money and you've got the most amount of money and you've got the most amount of money, the person with the least amount of money I'm going to vote off. But there's absolutely no interaction whatsoever. The options down the right hand side, truth, bluff, 1, 2, 3, don't actually do anything at all. Select truth to say yes, I have all these, or bluff your way through it to say I've actually got very little, or you know, I've got loads of it, so yes, I've got loads of money. I mean, does he look like? And it's just like, okay, what do I pick here? Do I pick that?
It's time to choose which player.
And it's like, okay, so what happens? Which player should be voted off? So who would you vote off? Well, you'd vote off the beautician because it looks like she's got the most amount. I could vote for myself, I suppose. I don't like him, so I was going to vote for him. So he's got like 2 amazing balls or something. And this gives you an opportunity, first of all, to sort of have a look at them first. But they're only going to show you the first 2. So you don't know what those other 2 are. So I voted to vote off Ron the Builder because he looks like a bit of a tit, to be honest with you.
Have made their decision. Which one of them is about to leave the game? It's time to reveal who has been chosen to leave.
There's so much loading. I've never known a disc game load so much. So Ron's off, Sam's off, Yvonne's off, and Sam's off. So as a result of that, Sam, you are leaving with nothing. Now that's the wrong program, isn't it? The wrong program. And she had 3 killer balls, and that's one. So technically, it was the right answer because she's got nothing there at all. So everybody else has got balls which contain money. So they all go back into the big thing and they run them around again. And here we go. Here's some more. So as you can see, I've got a big one at the front and a small one at the back. I'm trying to say this without sounding really corny, but I think it's going to be physically impossible to do that. And you see, she didn't have an awful lot either. In fact, she did very well. But I just think, how can you make an experience out of this in a game? If you think of other games that we played, and Deal or No Deal, that was a game very much a choice as well. But that was kind of exciting, and I sort of got into it towards the end. Throughout this, I was just sort of like pressing the Wii remote, move on, move on, move on. The only reason I'm not skip Carrot in between here is because I want you guys to see the game as it works, because there's very little to it. And it's loading data business. I mean, this is just goes on and on and on. There's no need for it, none whatsoever. So you now have an extra ball each round. So rather than having 4, you've now got 5 in this round. And again, you're only going to see the first 2. So as you can see, I've got a killer on the front, and I've got a 50,000. So your Ron's got no value in his balls whatsoever. And Yvonne's got very little value in her balls as well either. But what are those 3 at the back? We simply don't know. And what should, you know, this is where the game should be enhanced a bit more, because all you can do now is pretend to tell the truth or bluff your way through it. But the option should be here. There needs to be more to it. You know, this is life-changing money, but we don't know. But that's all it is. That's all you've got to go on. Nothing else. At least if you're in a studio with somebody standing opposite them and they were trying to work out, you were trying to work each other out, it would be more to it. But there's just nothing here. It's you versus a pre-arranged computer program, and that's where it just falls over dramatically. Looks like Yvonne's going home. Oh, and yep. So, by virtue of that, me and Ron the Builder are now in the final. It's thrilling stuff, isn't it? I mean, I can almost hear people literally falling asleep at their desks or missing their train stops watching this. It really does inspire. I mean, this game is so readily available. They made so many of them. There's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of copies. I wouldn't, what would you do? Would you pay 50p or £1 for something like this? No, you wouldn't. 50p, you'd probably shoot yourself. I think I paid 50p for this, and I think it's around about £1 now. And you know me, I don't like to spend more than £1 in the game, but to be honest with you, I think I spent 50p on this, I feel shortchanged. And this is the really complicated final. And it's even more complicated than I care to imagine. Just have a look at this explanation here.
Time to play, bin or win. You will now take turns to choose 2 balls each. One is to bin, the other is to win. The ball to bin goes out of the game for good, whether it's a cash ball or a killer ball. The ball to win goes into your top golden 5, which will make up your jackpot total today. If you pick a killer ball to win, it will knock a 0 off your cash amount so far, effectively dividing it by 10. Good luck. Now then, the player that brought through the most money goes first. Ron, pick a ball to bin.
Right, so I hope you understood that. You're making notes.
Pick a ball to
because he's now just think, I'm going to pick these balls out and then just see what happens. So yeah, so he's picked the choice to keep £70, and he's thrown £50,000 away, and it says great choice. No, I don't think so. Somehow.
Pick a ball to win.
Take £1,700, which is significantly better than 70, but it's not exactly life-changing amounts of virtual money. I'm amazed this quiz ever got off the ground. It just doesn't inspire me. I'm sort of sitting here with my hands over my eyes, more or less, trying to watch it, and it's even worse to play. You think think something like this is, I don't know, decent, but you wouldn't give this time of day. Even if it's been back years and years and years ago when it was like 8-bit games, which were very, very simple. You bought something like this, you take it back. Could quite easily drive around to Carrott's house and give it him back and say, there you go, thanks for destroying your legacy. But he's probably got a big house with some guard dogs or something that'll tear me to shreds before I even get there, so it's probably not a good idea. And if I see that screen once more, so we are playing for a grand total of £1,377.
Now face a very straightforward choice.
Now, what we have to do here is, again, it's sort of playing bluff. And again, if you look at what's going on here, you'll be able to sort of see what he's explaining. So the idea is now a game of sort of like who's blink, basically. Who's going to blink first? Are you going to take the money, or are we going to share the money?
If you both decide to play the split ball,
so if we both decide to play the split ball, then we split the money. If we both go for steal, we lose. And if one of us goes for split and one of us goes for steal, the one who goes for steal loses. I think that's what it is. It basically boils down to this. It's sort of like, literally head or tails. They actually made a game show out of that, didn't they? Years and years. Not so long ago, probably last decade or so. They actually made a game called Head or Tails. Basically, it was on the toss of a coin. Right, so the moment of truth comes. Do I trust Ron enough to split the money with him? No, I don't trust him at all. I'm going to take the money and run. And we've both lost. Well, there we go. And that really is the experience of Golden Balls. Just by putting it in the Wii, automatically you're a loser. What more can I say? Other than thank you very much indeed for watching once again. This is the Retro Bear speaking to you live from the Game Pantry. If you like what you've seen, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and also tick that notification bell for other videos. Thanks very much for watching. Do take care, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.